Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. Excuse my voice, I've had a horrendous cough for like a week and a half and I don't know what's going on. I sound like a man. So anyways, if you see the title, you will know I'm engaged. Super excited. I can't believe it's actually coming out of my mouth. I feel like I've waited for this moment forever. It's just something that like you dream about as a little girl, like I can't wait till I'm engaged and I have a ring and I'm gonna have a husband, and now it's here. So I'm gonna just give you some kind of, tell you how it happened and just give you kind of a lowdown on JJ and I's relationship because it is a little bit different and I just kind of have some explaining to do. So I'll give you the lowdown first on how it happened. So JJ and I knew a couple months ago that we wanted to get engaged. We did ring shopping. We kind of just gave like a timeline of kind of when we wanted to get engaged and when we wanted to get married and things like that. So I knew it was coming. Some people are against that, but it's just how our relationship is. We've always been open about what was kind of next in our relationship. So I knew it was coming, and then but it kept getting later and later. I'm like, we've been talking about this for like months. Like, when is it coming? I'm getting anxious. And so anytime he did something a little bit out of the norm, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is when he's gonna propose. And then, but nothing ever happened. And then on his birthday, which is August 19th, he said that his sister had given him reservations for his birthday up in Estes Park, which is like an hour and a half from us. It's just a really nice kind of area in the mountains. And so I'm like, okay, that makes sense. We'll do something, go to like a nice dinner for your birthday. And so he was like, yeah, you have to wear something fancy. I think it's like a nice dinner or whatever. So we got dressed up. We left. He said our reservations, we had to be there around like 5:30. So we stopped and got a drink first to celebrate his birthday. Then we headed up to the mountains. And then as we got closer, he's like, I think this is it. And so we pulled over in like this park, which I'm like, this is very interesting because I don't see a restaurant anywhere. And I'm like, have you been here before? And he's like, no, but I think this is it. And it definitely said like Lily Lake Park on it. So I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like walk around the park and then find the restaurant? So I'm like, this is a little interesting. And at this point, JJ had been like fidgeting around on his phone a whole lot. Like he was trying to text somebody, and he just kind of got a little bit nervous as we were getting toward the park. He just seemed a little bit different. And so then we started walking toward the park, and he's like, oh, look at that really pretty dock over there. And as we saw the dock, I saw a little camera kind of poking out. It was actually a GoPro like sticking out of like this floral bunch over by the dock. And then I all of a sudden heard our song, which is Thomas Rhett, Die a Happy Man. Favorite, love it. So I heard that song, and then I saw the camera. I'm like, this is it, it's happening. So I started getting kind of like emotional and like shaky. And then we went over to the dock, and he kind of grabbed my hand and said, you know, I have some questions that I want to answer for you to show you how I feel about you. And they were questions like, what do I value in you? And he answered those. What did I first notice about you? Things like that were really sweet. I don't know, I kind of blacked out. And then I guess he asked me to marry him, got down on one knee. I don't really remember a lot of that because you're too busy freaking out. So of course he said yes, we kissed, we hugged. I was still shaking, and then I looked over and I was like, JJ, there's somebody in the bushes taking pictures. He's like, yeah, that's my friend. I had him come up early and take pictures and set up the music and everything. So that was just really sweet. I love that he thought of to have somebody take photos, because nowadays it's like everybody's getting photos for their engagement. So yeah, then he actually recorded a video of it, and we got some really sweet photos of actually in the moment. So it's really sweet. And then so we talked to his friend that was up there taking photos for a little bit, and then he's like, so I actually don't have reservations, so like I don't know what you want to do while we're up here. So then we just kind of found like a brewery that was nearby, and we went and got a drink and got dinner and just celebrated. We called all our friends and family, and it was just super like out-of-body experience, because it's something you wait for and you think about ever since you're a little girl, and now it's like it's actually happened. It's crazy, it's surreal. But I feel so blessed with JJ. He's really one of a kind. I wanted to explain a little bit about our relationship. A lot of people think we got engaged quickly, and we kind of did. We've been together about 11 months now, so it was like 10 months a little over 10 months when we got engaged, which is short for a lot of people, but I'm gonna kind of tell you why we still got engaged. So for starters, we're both older. I'm 27, JJ's 29. We know what we want. You know, there's no reason for us to just have this really long dating period when we know what we want. We've kind of known when we first started dating that we wanted to get married and to each other. The other thing is, JJ and I, we do not live together. We don't spend the night together, anything like that. we've had those relationships before, and we just decided to put God first in this relationship and just truly do what we felt like He was telling us. So that we don't fall into any temptations, no spending the night, no living together, saving all that for marriage. So that is why, it's kind of like we know what we want. We want to live together. We're ready to get married. We want to spend the night together. So it's like, let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to do premarital counseling, and we've got a lot of great people in the church that give us a lot of advice and guidance and things like that. And a lot of people like that say just go ahead and do it. I mean, especially at this age, within a couple months like what you want and the person you want to be with, and so there's just no point in waiting. We don't want to date forever, so it's time. That's why we knew within a couple months that we were super ready, and now we just had to wait for him to propose. So I know our relationship is a little bit different, especially in 2017. Not a lot of people are doing this, but actually what we felt was right and what God was telling us to do. So now it's time for some wedding planning. I'm like the weird chick that has no desire to do any of that stuff. I've never dreamed of my wedding. I'd probably get married in a courthouse if I could, but I have some family and people that are saying, no, let's do an actual wedding. So we'll do something really small. I just wanted to focus on like me, God, and JJ, our relationship. I don't want it to be about spending a ton of money and making people happy. I just want it to be about us, so I could care less about the actual wedding. I just want to get married. So I will keep you guys in the loop kind of about what we're thinking about wedding and just any wedding planning that I have no idea what I'm doing. But thanks for the support, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.